Good day to you. This is teacher Leland Alejandro, and we're going to continue equations of lines. And this time we're going to have the point slope form. And we shall have the formula first before we do examples. So let's go to the formula, and it shall be here. All right, you can see it on the screen. The y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And we can somewhat enlarge it. So we should be able to enlarge this part for clarity. Okay, all right, try to memorize it. Y minus y1 equals m times the quantity x minus x1. Now let's examine those letters there. The y and the x remains, that will be part of the formula and equation later. This y1 and x1 and the letter m are numbers. X1, y1 is the coordinate of the given point, and m is the given slope. And once you have those two given data, you'll be able to have the equation, and you can see the graph of this line. So let us have examples. So we make it smaller so we can see the screen, and then we shall have the examples here. Now we have to choose a point. So let's select a point in the say first quadrant. Let's have a point at 2, 1. Okay, so let's have 2, 1, and then we put a label there. So that's 2, 1. That's the first quadrant, and we shall choose a positive slope. Let's say we have a positive slope 2, and we shall have the equation and the graph. All right, so copying from here, this is the formula. We shall start with the variables, and we have the y, and followed by minus. Now y1 is a constant, and that is the value 1 here in our given point. So that will be written here, and then equals the slope, and we agreed on the slope 2. Okay, so that will be the m. So we'll put here the m after the equals. Okay, after the equals, you write your slope 2. Okay, and then parentheses. Now next variable is x minus x1. Our x1 is the number 2 here in our given point. So we shall put the number 2 there, and then close parentheses, and we now have the equation of the line in point slope form. And this is our given point 2, 1. And let's find the m. And we agreed before, and we learned before how to see the slope by means of a right triangle, vertical divided by a horizontal. I'm going to show you the right triangle where you can find the 2, and that is 2 over 1, which is equal to 2. So this is 2 over 1 there, okay? And we're going to choose this point here and our given point, okay? We shall choose another point so that we can create a right triangle. So this is 2 over 1, which is why the equation has a number 2 there. Now, of course, 2 is understood 2 over 1. And we can always show that in the other part. Say, for example, this point and this point, you can do the 2 over 1 there. Okay? And here's another 2 over here, 2 over 1 there. All right, so I hope this one is clear. And we shall have another example. We shall have another slope and another given point. So let us erase first. Let's have another one. Let's say we have a line with a negative slope. All right, and let's say we have a point given in the second quadrant. Let's say, for example, our point is negative 3, 2. Negative 3, 2. There. And that's the second quadrant. And let's choose slope negative 1/3. Negative 1/3. So remember our given negative 1/3 for the slope. Okay, and this is our given point, negative 3, 2. Okay, so let us have the equation y minus y1. Our y1 is 2 equals our slope. I said negative 1/3, so negative 1 over 3. and times the quantity x minus our x1 is a -3. So after the minus, which is part of the formula there, that's part of the formula, minus. After writing the minus, you have to write your x1. Our x1 happens to be a -3. So therefore, after that minus in the formula, we shall write the -3 there. And that's it. We have our graph and we have the equation of the line in point slope form. So you can see your line which slopes downward to the right, okay? Downward to the right, and you can see the 1/3 negative here. 1/3, okay? There. You can also choose this point. You can choose this point and the given point. That's -1/3, okay? You can choose any 2 points, and we already learned how to select the points, okay? Intersection of the grids and the line, okay? And so we can choose another point here, this point and this point, and we can also put the coordinates of those points. Say -9, 4. There, and another at -6, 3. -6, 3. There. And we shall put the labels so that we can see it there. Okay, now we can choose these 2 points that I placed as our right triangle, basis of our right triangle, and you can see the -1/3, 1/3 there, okay? 1/3 there. And this is negative because of the nature of your line. It slopes downward to the right. Okay, so you shall be able to do on your own, okay? And let's have one more example. Let's say we have one more example before we end up our session so that we can go to our next topic. Okay, let's say we have a point at the 3rd quadrant. Say our 3rd quadrant point is -1, -1. -1, -1. There with the proper label. You can see it at the 3rd quadrant. And let's choose a point, say for example, 3/2, okay? 3/2, 3/2, 3/2, a positive slope. And we shall plot the equation, okay? Remember the slope, 3/2. So this will be y minus y1, that's -1, of course. So after the minus, you put the -1 there. And then equals, and our slope, we agreed on 3/2, okay? So we will have 3/2. And then this will be multiplied by x minus our x1. Our x1 happens to be another -1. So after the minus in the formula, you write -1 there. And here's our line passing through the selected point, the point that we have selected, -1, -1 at the 3rd quadrant. And notice the slope, 3/2. All right, we shall choose points, okay? I can see at 1, 2. There. And we can also use 3, 5, okay? We shall use another at 3, 5. There. And I can show you now the 3/2, the slope of this line, 3/2, there, okay? And so that will be our examples for this point slope form. And just make sure you can try this software so you'll be able to do your own lines, okay? So this will be it for our lesson. So try to use this desmos.com for your practice so that you'll be able to be familiar with lines. Okay, that will be all, class. Bye-bye.